go to Kumasi, mostly when the time comes like this, we bring the animals from Mali, from Burkina Faso, from Niger, right? We take, we buy them with SEFA. That's the exchange that we buy SEFA with CD to go and buy the animals. Now, the exchange rate has gone up.
Dr. Bamia calls it Medonyame exchange rate.
Yes.
But Sheikh Mohammed Lari, do you agree with what it is that Suleiman is telling us?
Not that I agree with him or not, but it's a reality on the ground. I don't have to agree with him. No, it's what is happening today. You know, we are family men and we know what is going on. Even though in Islam it's not necessary, that it's not compulsory for a Muslim to slaughter, but it's a pride. There is a pride in it if you have a family, okay? People have stayed for so many years, even during the Rawlings chain era. They are able to slaughter something, you know, for the year or for sacrifice. But today, people are crying. Why? We are not saying this because, you know, what I want people to understand is that don't defend indefendable. We are not saying this because we are MPP. That is why we are talking. No, we are Muslims. We feel it. It's what is going on. You see? So we are only calling the attention of people.
Onto the
yes, people should realize that, look, something is wrong somewhere. If today an ordinary Muslim worker cannot afford what he's supposed to, you know, like to afford and celebrate whatever that he's been doing before as a Ghanaian, and you are telling me that it's okay to give a whole bunch of money for one person, the money that can build the whole Nima.
Yeah, but our detractors also maintain the fact that those of us who say that there are hardships in this country, perhaps we live, in the words of the president, on Jupiter and Mars.
We live in the words of the president.
I'm saying that what the president actually described, he said, we don't live on Earth, we don't live in Ghana, perhaps we live on Jupiter and
no,
Mars.
that some of them will say so because they know what they benefit. I don't blame them. They know what they benefit. Today, it's only two people that benefit in Ghana here. Someone who can come out and say, look, I can defend and kill. Give me the title of, what is it? What is the name? National security. You will benefit. If you can do that today, tomorrow you benefit. Someone who can shout and disgrace himself will benefit. In defending a political party will benefit. But if you look at, the question is, during Kufuor's administration, that is the past administration, and now everybody knew that, you know, things have changed. Ghana has, you know, gone backward. It's steps in the wrong direction.
Sheikh.
That is what is happening in Zongo today.
Interesting. Al-Hassan, better Ghana or better Ghana in the Zongos?
I would describe it as Wahala Ghana. It's purely Wahala. My brother, we are in a society that I can say for a fact, about 75% of our people are school dropouts in the Zongo communities. So you can imagine how many of us are working in a formal institutions. And even if the person is working in a formal institution, let's say police service, and the person is taking 900 Ghana, for instance, he's taking 900 Ghana, meanwhile, he can buy a bag of rice at 150 Ghana. He will pay rent. You understand? Today in Accra, single room is 30 Ghana. For that is the least you can get. Single room, 30 Ghana. In Ghana, in Accra. So if the person...
Even in the Zongo community.
That's in the Zongo community. If you go somewhere like Jaulu, you understand?
So what you're saying is that living conditions have made it extremely difficult,
very difficult
for you to even perform the religious rites that you're supposed to perform.
I'm telling you, today as we talk, our brothers who went to Hajj, something that is 3,100 Ghana cedi during Kufuor's era. Today, it's 6,100, 6,200. Come on.
An increase of about 100%.
100%.
In single digits
In
inflation.
single digits inflation. So now, what are they telling us? A cow that you can buy for 800 Ghana cedi, today you are buying it 2,000 Ghana cedi. How can a common Muslim or a common Zongo man, a son of a poor woman like me, afford?
Interesting. How can a person like you, Sheikh, I was coming to you.
Talking about Hajj, you know, there are certain things that happens recently, and I am defending Islam.
Yes,
I'm defending Islam. I'm coming. Talking about Hajj, there are certain things that occurred, which, you know, is too bad for Muslims to cover it up. Okay? Because these will go on and discredit the integrity of Islam everywhere, especially in Saudi Arabia. Okay? Things that happens over there is that it's alleged that Muslims, some of the pilgrims have taken drugs to Hajj. And what is interesting in this matter is that the Hajj board came out and defended that it wasn't drugs. It was this sleeping pill, and it's not allowed over there. Yeah. Well, fair enough. If it's not a drug, it's sleeping pill. We want to have confirmation from the Saudi authority, one. And two, why is it that we have our health authorities and someone from a passenger will take this huge quantity of sleeping pill? What is he going to do with it? Is he going to sell it over there or what? Everything must go according. So we want a confirmation and clarification, because it's like painting the Muslims of Ghana, you know, with some color, which will not be good in international. Okay.
Thank you, Sheikh, very, very much. We'll take our first break and come back. Show. Tonight we're discussing the upcoming Salah and things that are happening in the Zongo communities of Ghana. With me, as usual, I've already introduced my guests, Sheikh Mohammed Awal Lari and Suleiman Al-Hassan Atakbo. Now, Sheikh, let's talk about education within the Zongo communities. What is the standard of education like within the Zongo communities? Generally, how is education in the Zongo communities?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. It seems to me that if we talk about education per se in the Zongo community, one, education has so many formula. We have Islamic education, home education, and the secular education. And then if we said Zongo community with education, moreover, we have this Islamic education, which I attend. And then we have also home-trained education, which Zongo has it. You know, it's just recently that politicians came and intrude into our social life and make it something else. Otherwise, in Zongo community, everybody knows how decent we are, respect. Even if a girl is going to greet you, she has to kneel down, and so on and so forth. We have our own way of respect and then good moral conduct. You see? And if you talk about now, from the 70s, coming to 80s, when, you know, we started preaching about multi-party democracy and so on and so forth, it's like some politicians intrude into Zongo community and change our way of life, teaching us how to hate and so on and so forth, especially the NDC. I blame them on that because the Zongo community goes for them in bulk. If you talk about NDC in the Zongo community, some are ready to die. Yeah. You see? So in this case, if people are dying for you, even talking about Rawlings, coup and the revolution and what, it's the Zongos that makes it possible. You know, during the time of the revolution era, we are all cadres. It's Zongos that makes it possible. Even today, NDC is surviving with the Zongos. Without the Zongo, NDC can never survive. Because there is no way NDC can win election in this country without the Zongo community. Tell me, what is happening in Zongo? Zongo is the community that is being reduced to nothing if it comes to education. They don't even care whether you educate or not. Because of what? If you are educated and you are brilliant or you are taught how to do something, he will not get you to use it tomorrow. That is the reason why they want to keep us ever slaves, ever illiterates. I'm telling you, they have never made any efforts to improve upon the education in the Zongo community. Why? I could remember during the time that we have some visitors from the Arab land, from this country, Saudi Arabia. One came from Saudi Arabia and one came from Brunei. The Brunei own is from is during Rawlings era. This man came in and we learned is the first or the second millionaire in the world before. This man came to Ghana and believed me to be, Rawlings and his party couldn't show this man that Ghana we have Muslims. Okay. And let me come. From Saudi Arabia, we have Al-Wahid. When Al-Wahid visited this country, the first thing that MPP government did is to show Al-Wahid that the Zongos need education. And Al-Wahid has to finance with education fund to build schools. You go to, look, Al-Wahid school is at Nima, Kaokudi. You go to Kumasi, you have some. You go to almost all the Zongos. President Kufuor is able to build all these things. And do you know one funny thing about it? It is a government school, but with some conditions. You should allow your women to dress like Muslims, and you should teach Islamic, Quranic lessons in the same school. And believe it, that time there is allowance that is being given to Islamic teachers, including me. Allowance is being given to Islamic teachers to motivate them. Some have even started going to classes to learn how to balance the English and Arabic, the teachers. But today, ask anybody, no Malam is being paid anymore. Okay. This thing has been cut off. Okay. Why?
And for the benefit of our viewers, Malam here refers to an Islamic scholar. Not
Malam as an Islamic teacher.
An Islamic teacher, and not the corrupted meaning of the word,
not that one.
as has become known. Sulemana, yes, there's a lot of talk about Nana's free SHS policy. Some say it is possible, some say it is not. What is the dialogue like in the Zongo communities?
Zongos in general, yes, when we talk about Zongo, we're not talking about only Nima, only Sabon Zongo or Medina. In Ghana, we have 365 Zongos. When you go to the record at the Electoral Commission, we have 352. Come together, form one big region like Greater Accra. So I always consider Zongo to be the 11th region in Ghana.
Okay.
And this message is gone down.
Well?
Very well. My brother, let me tell you something.
Why do you say so?
Good. We have some boys in Nima right now as we talk. They completed JHS.
JHS, yeah.
Because their parents were not having the money to take them to senior high school, they have to walk from Accra to Libya.
Walk? I'm telling you, by road?
Yes.
By road.
They went to Libya by road. And during Libya's crisis, they were brought back home. Today, these guys are ready, waiting for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's government so that they can go back to school.
I didn't hear you all. You said they finished JHS?
Yes.
And they did not have money to go to SHS?
Yes.
So they decided
to walk, go to Libya to seek greener pastures.
You take transport from Accra to Niger,
brother,
from Niger to Chad. That's how you go on and on and on. By road.
It's serious issues that we are talking about.
We have to defend this free education. We have to.
You see, Ashantis have a proverb that right? Because he don't have good clothes to wear. Anytime he wants us to be dancing Asafo, because for Asafo, you have to just put off a cloth and your chest, everything will be out. Because the NDC have no policy That is why they are fighting. Now, tell me, this year alone, their budgets for SHS, they are spending 48 million for the whole year as SHS subsidy. Whilst Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is saying he's going to spend 78 million for one term.
In addition to the 48,
that they are talking about.
Who can produce?
Who can give good education? Who can give quality education? My brother, we are living in this country. Kwame Nkrumah started this free education in northern region. At that time, there was only one secondary school in the northern region.
You're making some very, very important and very hard-hitting facts tonight. I am shocked at the account that you've just told me of the trip to the boys to Libya.
Yes.
Now, the impression you're creating to me now is that this message is very, 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 very well accepted in the Zongos.
Very well.
How then do we continue to propagate that? I mean, to an ordinary NPP supporter.
Thanks to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the impact he had made in our manifesto concerning the Zongo Development Fund. One problem that we have in our Islamic schools is quality of Islamic teachers. And in this input that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia made, we are going to have an Islamic teacher training college. In this teacher training college, we'll be training our Islamic teachers for them to come and teach in the Zongo communities in our Islamic schools. Because if you look at the ratio as compared to schools which are not Islamic schools are far behind. Because you are giving them, you are combining both the Islamic education and the secular education. It needs a qualified Islamic teacher to give what the student can consume. Because most of the time we give them more than they can consume. So they will have divided attentions. They don't know where to go. But when Islamic education units, we get Islamic teacher training college, our Islamic teachers will be given proper training as to how to give the child what is supposed to be given.
Okay.
So we'll be getting very good, we'll be getting quality education from that angle. That is number one. Number two, the teachers will be paid. Now, as we talk, we have graduates during Kufuor's era. We have graduates that goes to Islamic University of Saudi Arabia, Islamic University of Iran, Islamic University of Libya, Islamic University of Lebanon. When they comes back, what Kufuor said is that, come, go to accreditation board for them to accredit your certificate. Then you apply to national service for you to do your service. After finishing your service, they will take you to Islamic education unit for them to give you employment.
Thank you very much.
Now, as we talk, those teachers are not being paid.
Very, very interesting times. And it is sad to see that the nation is neglecting a large chunk of its people. It is sad to see that the nation is neglecting a very large chunk of the interests of the people in the Republic of Ghana. I'll take my second break and come back. Welcome back to the program. So far, we've been discussing the upcoming Salah and matters arising from the Zongo communities in Ghana. And the picture that is coming up is not a very nice one. Again, I'll come back to you, Sheikh. Looking at all of these frustrations that are built up and are pent up, what is the feel of the Zongo community now?
Very, very aggressive. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. It's like, you know, in Zongo today, we are not talking about even the past, those who go to Libya. In Zongo, you know, there is some, this thing, the admission is in progress in about 2 weeks now, with my child is part of it. And I'm telling you, you have to spend about 4 million cedis. That's all Ghana. That's 400 Ghana cedis before your ward can go to school. If one has to spend 400 Ghana cedis, what about those who don't have? You see, as a process that you pass on, the uniform, whatever. Look, what I'm telling my people in the Zongo community is that they shouldn't listen to those who said we can't do it. Because it's been quite some time now that people were saying we can't do it. If you put it in your mind that, if the white man put it in mind that we can't do it, we wouldn't have been on air today, people watching us somewhere. It's a mind of a person. It's a brain of a person. The Chinese man will tell you, sit there and say you can't do it. Go and learn the big English. I will go and do the pen and the paper for you to buy. You always kill our economy if we say we can't do it. The easiest thing for any government to do for its people today in Ghana is free education, which they fail to do. Now, if we instigate our people, I will do so. I mean it. We have to instigate our people to rise, not to rise for MPP or NDC or PNC or whatever, to rise for free education. Yes, we want free education. And they were saying something. They think Ghanaians, excuse me to say, we are fools or something. You were saying that it's constitutional. Already, somebody is trying to hijack what is in the Constitution. What is the punishment of someone who violates the Constitution? Somebody said, I'm coming to work with the Constitution. And you are depriving the person from coming to work with the Constitution, but yet you are telling us, that this man is hijacking what is in the Constitution. If Constitution has made it free, then it's compulsory or an obligation for any president. So in this case, we have to hold the president responsible.
In this case, we have to hold the president responsible.
Thank you. And beside that, those of us in the Zongo community, we have refused to drop out again. I'm a victim. We have a lot of victims. If I didn't realize to start going to Remedia or learning something else, I wouldn't have been here today. But there are thousands of people out there that don't know what to do. Today, they've crossed 50. They are regressing. And this started from revolution time. So today, we all have to open our eyes, open our brain. If education is the only source of a person to make it in life, or the easiest, that's not the only source, but the easiest way for a person to make it in life, the Awe over there, the Nyamwan over there, the Bera over there, the Auntie over there, the Azumi, the Adiza, she also have to enjoy the fruit of the labor of a child. Okay. So we are calling on them to make the dream of this free SHS possible
and become a reality.
Thank you.
Sulemana, your opinions on this?
Yeah, you see, sometimes it's so pathetic for someone to sit down and say the feasibility of it is what matters. Now, when we are talking about free education, John Mama benefited from it. Today, he's the president of this country. Go to Nima. Go to Abu Abu Kumasi, where my mother is. Go to Salaga, my hometown. See thousands of young men and women who have dropped out from school just because of school fees. John Mama is telling us he's going to build 200 schools. Where is he going to get the money from? Today, John Mama, Atamils, and NDC have given Alfred Wayome 51 million. Not to talk about CP, how do you call it?
CP,
Waterville,
the lot.
A lot of them.
$1 million. Dollars, not cedi.
These monies, if MPP and Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo takes power, inshallah, 7th January 2013, we will make sure, we are not saying we are not going to pay judgment debt, but we will pay judgment debt, not negotiation debt. Judgment debt that has gone through the courts, accepted and being paid, not Muamuaso, Katakataso, Putogum judgment debt, like that of Wyoming and others. This money alone can pay for free SHS for 3-4 years. John Mama, NDC should come again. For Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia free SHS is coming to being, no matter what happens. Inshallah. MPP is coming to power. We are taking the mantle because the children of the Zongo communities, the children of the northern Ghana are suffering. They are crying. They can't go to school. You go and give them school uniform and it's jalabia. You see, you go and give them school uniform, it's jalabia.
What is jalabia?
Like the one I'm wearing. You understand? Even school feeding, go to the northern region and see. It's not functioning. My brother, it's not functioning.
But they say that this is a government of unprecedented achievements.
Yes, everything about NDC is unprecedented. Wyoming is unprecedented. Less than 100 days in government, they went and sucked tea.
At a cost of?
A cost of 100 and something million.
It was more than millions, it was billions.
Billions. Unprecedented. You understand? So everything about them is unprecedented. But we want the reality. We want Ghana have suffered in the hands of NDC. Because where Kufuor started and left, if they were good enough, they were competent, they would have taken this country forward. But rather, we are Mujebaya. Today, Ghana is going back. Zongo are waiting for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. We are accepting him, we are welcoming him in the Zongo community. Today, in Nima today, you can pass with MPP colors and nobody will say, prostitute. Formally. Yes, I'm telling you, 1998, 1999, when you are wearing MPP colors in the Zongo communities, they see you to be a stupid and a nonsense person in the Zongo community. But today, last week Sunday, I nearly wept. Because I was invited to join the walk. I was with Yusuf Fafana and Madam Frema. And you see the young men and women of Nima coming out to support MPP. They say yes. Quran, Allah tells us in Quran that whenever the flag of truth stands, the flag of lies falls. Today, the flag of lies, the flag of NDC in Zongo community is fallen, and it has fallen. The flag of MPP is standing higher.
Salah, to come to think of it, if is the Nana Addo the president now, or MPP is the government now? Because I don't understand. Why would an opposition come out with a policy or an idea, and the government is battling with it? Government is rather defending himself. You can't do it, SH. You can't do this and this. You can. Okay, what are you doing, you the government?
They are going to build schools. And the school at what cost? They are not ready to
I don't understand why will the government in power battled, so much, so aggressive, so worried about an opposition that then Nana Addo is a hero.
Oh, yes.
Yes, he's a hero.
Yeah. I don't think that has ever been in doubt the fact that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is one of the greatest Ghanaians to have ever lived.
Sure.
You may have your differences and opinions with me, but it remains a fact that even the Constitutional Review Committee that was put up by His Excellency, the late President of the Republic of Ghana, Professor John Evans Atta Mills, quoted severally from cases that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was the lawyer for. That tells you the sort of person that we, the New Patriotic Party, have put forward to become our presidential candidate. Think on this as I take my last break. Okay. Welcome back to the program. You can now begin to join us and express your opinions about this program with the following lines. The text line is 1760, all networks. I repeat, 1760, all networks. And then the telephone lines are 030-2211-70124. I repeat, 030-2211-70124. Today, you've really enlightened me on what happens within the Zongo communities. I think it's very, very important. But even before I can go any further, Ahmed, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, my brother. I'm enjoying your program so well.
Thank you very much.
And salam alaikum to your guest.
Alaikum
What you said about Nana Akufo-Addo is very true. If you come to the Upper West region today, Nana Akufo-Addo has brought a lot of transformation. During even President Kufuor's time, you can't see no more than 200 MPP supporters in Wa Central. Come to Wa today, and you know what I'm talking about. The Vice President, Caucus, came to Wa and commissioned one building and went back. But Umia is still in Wa campaigning, seriously. And I want to tell all Ghanaians that NPP is for Ghana. And NDC, with their greediness, will be voted out of power come December, these elections.
Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum to your guest.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, Jonathan from Bongo.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, my brother. How are you?
Thank you very much. Salam alaikum to my dear brothers.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Oh.
Unfortunately, I think we've lost him on the line, and so, like I was saying, we today you've enlightened me a lot. You've shed a lot more light on what happens within the Zongo communities, and I think that we should have you again very soon for some of these things. But if Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo should come today, what do you think would be the effect in the Zongo communities? Before you answer that question, I have Kwesi on the line. Kwesi?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm very fine, my brother, and you?
Yeah, I'm going to give you a question so that you try to help me with the answer. What are you going to do so far as 2012 election is concerned in the strong room of EC? Try to answer for me, please. It's very important.
Okay, thank you very much. Your concern has been noted. We'll try and address it before the program is over. Solomon.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good, Nana. Nana, I thank you very much for the good work you are doing. Nana, you are my role model. Nana, can someone tell me why free education is not feasible in Ghana yet? Nana, if I hear people saying that free education is not feasible in Ghana yet, then my heart started beating me. Nana, we are the second largest exporter of gold. A country like Bolivia, poverty level, yes, the poverty level over 50%, has been able to allocate 23% of its annual budget to education. And from nursery to SS is free. And can someone tell me in Ghana here that why can't we do it? Come December 7th, NDC will show them where they belong to. My greetings to my honorable Kofi Osei-Amoyao, wherever he is. My greetings to him.
Thank
for the
you.
wonderful work that he did for us for the past 4 years. We voted, Nana, I'm coming. We voted out Honorable Kofi Osei, and then we brought NDC parliamentary candidate, that is our Osofo. And he has totally failed us. We sold our plasma TV and we went ahead to buy a color TV, a black and white TV. And this year, we will show him where they belong to. Nana, I thank you very much. And greetings to your guest.
Thank you very much as well. Omar.
Yeah,
Omar, good evening.
My name is Omar. Peace to the brothers who are over there.
Peace on to you as well.
The problem pertaining to the Zongo communities today, we are coming to realization that the both political parties are not sincere to us. They have never favored us at all. So to me, for those educated Zongo communities, they have to go in agreement with all the political parties. They had to help us. Especially, we should be preach much how to live in peace with each other in the Zongo community. For now, gradually, there is a things improvement going on. For free education, we have heard it from the past 4 years. CPP promised for all levels. NDC will also give you excuses because they also have challenges. NPP will also promise you. But we, being independent-minded, we want the Zongo community to be favored a lot. We have suffered for long overdue. That is what I have to tell you people.
Thank you very much for your opinion. Masaud from Techiman.
Good evening.
Good evening, my brother. How are you?
Oh, Nana, how are you? Assalamu alaikum to your panelists.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
You have to teach me how to say
done a
that.
good job. You have done a very, very, very good job. Nana,
Yes, sir.
do you know NDC and their propaganda? Sheikh has said a point which makes me very happy. NDC want to use Zongo community to educate. That's simple because we should know their propaganda. Let me tell you something happening in Tekima right now. Tekima Zongo. NDC people, 4 years now, since 2009, they came to Zongo and cut a saw and said that they are going to make a Zongo road, Tekima Zongo road for us. Do you know what? 3 years going to 4 years, during about 1 month to election, these people, these propaganda people brought chippies and put it on the road. If you are going to make a road, Nana, are you going to bring bulldozer and start making cattle, or you are bringing chippies in the area? Can chippies make a road? So we tell the people that they should scatter the chippies and go and put it where erosion is. And these people, they are lying. Nana,
Yes,
come to Tekima. For the past 5 years, no NDC, no MPP in Tekima. But today, MPP want Bawumia come. People are crying to see Bawumia and tell Bawumia what their problem is. So today, Nana, don't be doubt of Zongo. Zongo.
Okay. Masaudu, we have no doubt about the commitment of the Zongo people to the cause of the new patriotic party. Unfortunately, we do not have enough time, and so I would have enough time. I have just about enough time for Suleimana and Sheikh to make their closing comments. What do you think? What do you want to tell the people of Ghana?
On this note, I would like to speak Hausa.
No problem.
Yan uwaye na musulmai, mutanen Zango, mutanen Tudu baki daya. Nana Ado Dankwa Akufo-Addo da Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia suna kawo muku makaranta school free SHS. Free. Yanda za mu yi yan uwayenmu mata da kanninmu da yayanninmu da suke nan ba su da ilimi, ba su samu hanya sun je sun nemi ilimi ba, su samu hanya su je su nemi ilimi ya so Zango ya ainihin saya kan kafansa. Muna roƙonku mu nemi ci gaban Zango, shi zai fi muna alkhairi kan komai. Gaisuwa na zuwa ga manyan Zango duka, khasatan National Chief Imam, mai gidana Honorable Abubakar Sadiq Boniface, babana Alhaji Hussaini Maiga, Abubakar Lakulaku da manyan MPP duka baki daya. Gaisuwar mu duka zuwa gare ku, a huta lafiya, kuma muna muku barka da sallah. Allah maimaita muna, Allah kai mu sabon shekara. Ya sa sabon shekara war hakan ga za mu zo mu zamna nan Nana Ado Dankwa Akufo-Addo da Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia su ne majority daga parliament, kuma su ne presidentin kasan Ghana baki daya.
Your last word.
Yeah, my last word is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I am only going to say something that in the Zongo community, they should remember I was the former Nasara coordinator of NEMA. In 2000, I did something. I have to make MPP come out at Trotro Station everywhere to do their meetings. And I'm going to do that again for the education. I don't care. I want free and fair. I don't care which party is in power. I'm going to instigate the Zongo community to rise. And every downtrodden community in the whole Ghana to rise and voice out, to demonstrate against those who were depriving us from having this free education. Abinda nake faɗi shine, da mu tashi mu yi zanga-zanga yanda za a yi yaran mu duka su samu shiga cikin abin da secondary school saboda an maida mu baya ya dade. Gaisuwan da Malam Sule yayi shine gaisuwa na. Gaisuwan shi gaisuwa na domin gaisuwan da nake son ya riga yayi kuma babu lokaci. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
This has been a very great show. Unfortunately, I do not understand the Hausa language, but I'm going to force them to teach me right after here. My name is Nana Kofi Opondamo. This has been Minority Caucus. See you next week.